And what kind of volume did this candle have as it pushed that level, guys? What indicated potential bullish breakout? What did this candle do? What are two things this candle did that could give us signals for potential buyers to move higher? Exactly. Volume increase. What's the second indication that this might be moving higher? Exactly. DXMAC got the other one. It had rising volume, and it broke the level we were watching, potentially showing that buyers want to potentially step in here. Now, what would be a good stop loss point? Now, I'm not saying you guys need to enter this, but what would have been a good stop loss point if you did enter this initial open range breakout? This is what we call a 40% entry. It's the initiating breakout. An 80% entry, which we've talked about literally every stream, is a retest entry, right? We don't have that yet. So what would be a good stop loss point for this if you entered on that closing candle? If you were someone entering long scalps when this candle closed, what would be a good stop loss point? And you guys are right on it. I see 3 of the perfect answers all in a row. Someone said open of the same candle. So let me delete this and we'll just highlight all of them. He said open of that same candle. Carter said high of the open. So these 2 areas. And then Tulip said pre-market high. That's 3 amazing spots for a good short-term scalp stop loss. Again, when you're scalping, you're not looking to have these loose stop losses, right? So you wouldn't have set it down here or even at today's open, right? Because it's the initiating breakout. You don't need to be setting a risky stop loss. You need to be setting a tight stop loss, right? On a retest entry, we can give it a little bit more leeway, right? So let's say price returned to here, and we wanted to set a good stop loss that makes sense but doesn't completely screw you out of the trade if it does dip down a little bit. What would be a solid stop loss? Now, this is where you want to set your more passive stop loss. Where would you set this? If we got the retest entry, the question was if we got the retest entry at 409.50s, where would your passive stop loss be? We just discussed what the stop loss would be if you were looking at a 40% entry. What would it be if you were looking at an 80% entry, or what we call a retest entry? Who can tell me? But good answers, Zix, Tulip, Carter, Mac. Thank you guys for answering that. And good stuff, Mila. Mila said 27% on SPY calls, just took. Killed my account last week Friday. Literally, haha, learning so much. It was a winning week for me. Good stuff, Mila. I'm so happy to hear. And yeah, you are correct. We do have low volume into that 410.50s area. And yes, correct answers again by Mac and Zix, pointing out that today's open would be a solid stop loss for any trade. Now, I would have probably said today's open and the retest point. Whoops. So today's open, I'll just highlight the whole candle, and the retest point, where we pushed at open and where we held after open. So this would be a good stop loss spot for any retest entries. Low of open, exactly. Carter got it too. Good answers, guys. You guys are looking at the right spots. And I'll have to go clip that after the stream is over because that is a beautiful, quick explanation of what to look for not just open range breakout plays, but retest breakout plays.